Hello there, gamers. Alright. Whoop. Right. I'm in. There's nothing I can do about that. Alright. Yo. Gamer, man. Hold on, I need to remember what the values are. 3 and 4. Okay. Cue it. And now... don't know if... Because I'm running this setup, but it's gonna get dry, so my plan is, because changing the wing takes 20 seconds, right? And obviously changing the ARB takes no time at all. So my goal is I'm going to start on the wet setup, because it's going to be wet at the start of the race, rain 100%, and later it's going to dry. So I'm going to start on the wet setup, and then I'm going to change the wing and the ARB to dry later in the stop. So I have to remember what it is. So 3 and 4 is what I need to know for later, and the wing to 5, but whatever. Qualifying, 12 minutes. Anyway, how's it going?
Lump trap.
Yeah, that was like the best thing we've done for the server ever. I'm pretty middling on the... It's a 38 or 44 car split. Hope it's 44. Otherwise it's gonna be a bit empty. Also, the thing is, wet tires, they have infinite allocation, so we don't have to worry about that. Like, you could take a new set of wet tires every lap and nothing would change. It's kind of funny concept, but such is life. It's also Monza, which is one of the easiest tracks, which is what makes it one of the hardest tracks. That's one of the sentences of all time. No, but what I mean is that because it has so few corners and so few, like, points of braking and turning, really. I mean, it's basically one chicane, 2 chicanes, 2 corners, another chicane, and another corner. Right, so it's not very complex in terms of its layout. You have to basically get it perfect to be up there, and everybody's going to be very close together because you have one line, and that's it. K right, okay. And T right. The Wright brothers. Let's see if they're going to take off in this session and qualify at the... How is that track limit, bruv? Okay, well, luckily I don't... Luckily, the good thing is I don't have to bother with track limits ever, because I'm Platinum 3, so can't get better than that. Oh. Still locks a little bit. Have to be careful the first couple laps, especially. The deployment is maxed, right? There it is, okay. No brake migration. Alright. The thing is, I have to get up at like 6:30 tomorrow to go somewhere. And I could do this on Sunday, but if I crash today, I'm gonna do it again on Sunday. Or I'm just gonna do something completely different on Sunday. So I'm doing it today anyway. I'm gonna do like 6 hours of sleep. Let's go. Because why not? It does suck that most of the things that are happening are like Saturdays and Sundays. Obviously that's when everybody's free, but you know, I'm very much a like Tuesday activity person, right? Because then there's nobody around, or I mean, it's only old people, but you can just walk past them because they're old. Or I mean, you would have to choose activities where you can walk past them. Otherwise, if you're stuck behind them, then you have a problem because they're old. Okay, I don't even know what split this is. Hope it's not split 1, but there's probably like a maximum of 3 for these tournament races, for these like championship races. So yeah, because like you have to subscribe to Race Control, right? Which is like 50 euros a year. It's subscribe to Race Control that you're allowed to do these. So obviously they're not anywhere near as populated as regular lobbies, but generally the driving is more chill. But you also have to be careful to not like crash into people because in these championship races they actually care about your driving, right? So you get penalties and stuff if you do dumb stuff. Okay, there's a lot of Porsches up ahead. I think the Porsche is probably one of the better choices for the championship as well because it's like mid on every track. It's kind of the Genesis as well, but well, I mean, this is the Porsche is like the ultimate mid. Oh god. The thing is, I could push a lot harder, but I don't want to. I'm scared. I'm gonna crash and die. I mean, I'm P6, which is like unusual, but I'm gonna fall down further because everybody else is gonna get quicker, I think. Oh my god. I mean, I did a couple test laps before with the dry setup, and it was drivable, but not very well. So I think what I'm gonna do, because I don't know how long it's gonna stay wet for, right? So I think I'm gonna start on the wet setup and then change a couple of the parameters. P3 and P4 on the roll bars to match the Endo setup, and P5 on the wing. I'm gonna go P6 because it's gonna go like wet and stuff. So because when I change tires, it's gonna have to be damp, and I want to have a bit extra wing. Like, I hope that it stops raining at like the end of the first stint, which is gonna be longer than 50 minutes. Because obviously in the wet you use a lot less fuel. So you can go like 15-20%, well, 10-15% longer. Okay. 1.8 laps. I can do one more lap. Don't think I even want to do more. Because that's good, forget it. Now, what do we do now on the server though? Because we now have solved all our problems.
There'll always be problems.
I mean, yeah, but no more lamp problem. No, that was awful. Exit. But yeah, this is a really, really quick lobby. I mean, obviously I'm... Oh, Balana's in here. Well, GG. And the BMW in the wet. Now, it's like the BMW, I don't know. I can't get a grip of it. Since the tire update, like, the BMW was my main car in Hypercar for a bit. But since the tire update, which was in, like, February, I think, or even before that, I just can't drive the damn thing anymore. I don't know what it is, but it just feels awful. Like, it snaps on the braking, and yeah, it's just generally not nice to drive. It's, the Genesis, I don't know if it's just me being incompetent, but I feel like the Genesis now does feel like the BMW before. You know, it's like the car pulls, the pushes. You know, like if you go into a corner, you know, the front turns around the corner and then the rear follows. Right. So if you go on the pedal as well, the rear snaps out, but the front doesn't move. And the BMW, if you brake, the rear snaps out. If you go through a corner, the rear of the car sort of pushes the front. So, if you're not careful, then you're gonna just randomly lose the car mid-corner, and I just... No! Well, I am consistent. 7,000th off the previous lap. By the way, how many do we have? 15, okay. I mean, P7's not that bad. I think I'm going to lose up 2 more positions, but I think P7's not that bad. Okay, custom setup, or wet. That's what we need. Let me check this out real quick. Does it work? Okay. Oh wait, that might be a problem for later. Hold on. Load. Cover, okay, that's the same. The cover is the same. Wheels are, what do we have here? 93. Okay, so I'm gonna leave that as is. It's gonna be a disadvantage, but yeah, obviously there's nothing I can change here. Okay. Now, so screen off again. My don't leak setup screen. I mean, I generally don't really care if I did leak them, but it's gonna be nice about it. You can see this anyway, so it's whatever. You can see the anti-roll bars anyway, and that's like the main important settings, pretty much. Okay, P7. That guy's still out. He's very close. And then 11, they're a bit further back. But this is like a very... I'm basically in this group, and Balan's just gone. 8/10. You know, there's like these two are a little bit quicker, but I didn't practice, right? I did 3 laps on the dry setup in the wet, and then I did another 5 laps with the quali setup to practice before this. So I have no practice at all, basically, just minimal. Just just remembering that I have a car and that I have to brake in certain places. But yeah, oh god. All right. Oh, split 1 out of 3 as well. Okay, interesting. Okay, P8. Bottom half, eh? But most of these hypercars are high rated. You know, like all the hypercars ahead of me have better rating than me, so that's okay. And all the guys behind me also have higher rating than me. Am I the lowest rated hypercar driver in here? Yeah, I am. Wow. Well, I mean, I did lose quite a lot of rating on S2. Like, I'm pretty much at the start of S2 again, but because of that little oopsie. But yeah, okay, hold on. I'll be back for Boink the Race real quick.
Boing the Prime Minister. Do you have beans? You want some beans? Anyone wants beans? I'm the bean salesman. Come on, eat it up. I got a lot of beans so you can buy it. Just tell me what type of bean you want and I will give it to you. Everyone likes the beans, so I'm gonna give you lots of beans. Here now. Or just a wee fine little tidbit that you need to know.
Alright. By the way, something funny. Hold on. Yes, okay. Yeah, but there's nothing I can do about that hole at the back there. Am I too low? I don't know. I think it's okay. Because the problem is the camera's on like a pretty wobbly thing attached to the monitor, so... And I moved this rig quite a lot because I changed some parts down there. And, yeah. That's all wobbly again. I'm gonna have to, like, figure it out. And eventually I'm gonna have to buy a better brake pedal. Or better pedals. I mean, the acceleration is fine, but the brake's just, like, random most of the time. This is a bit annoying. Okay. What do we have? Light rain. It's just wet. This guy's on medium, though. You're not gonna be on mediums, bruv. You cray. Let's go back. Make sure that we did load the... Thanks, Simonchich, for the setup. Okay. Now, what we need to change is this to P3, and then the rate of P4. For the... Hold on, let me check again to make sure. P3, P4, exactly, okay. Okay, and, are we there? Is the thing...
Are we there yet?
Come here. Ferraz, guys, can we get a clean start? No, I'll be P1 by T3. Oh, it's gonna be funny. Okay, so what we need to do is on the stop, if we go to dry, like, if it's still raining at the stop, at the first stop, it's gonna be lap 30 probably. Yeah. Okay, so I'm 10th, starting 10th. But that's okay, because everybody ahead of me has better rating, and everybody behind me has worse rating, so I'm gaining already from, like, being shite. All I have to do is basically be P7 in the end. Probably not gonna be, but we'll see. Gonna be very careful at the start, trying to let it roll. I also have the fan here, if I need it, but it's not that hot. So, let's see. But yeah. 2 hours, 24 minutes of pain and misery. Then I'm gonna go, like, instant to sleep. Oh. After. Well, I still have to go to the place of sleeping, but otherwise.
The sleepy place.
Yeah. Alright, okay, that Porsche had a bad start.
This is exactly why you need to coin more words.
I can't see anything, okay? Literally nothing. Oh my. And MONZA's a high-speed track as well, so there's, like, you can see nothing. So there's no crash, nobody died. I think everybody's just, like, ultra scared right now of dying. Actually, do not see anything. Holy Mother of Jesus.
Looks like you're having some myopia.
Yeah, I have, like, I don't see a right. I don't see iritis.
Yeah, definitely have myopia.
Okay. What does that mean? It's like eye fog.
Basically.
Oh man. Wait, is he driving the regular Peugeot or the 9X8? Like, because the 2023 Peugeot is a real monster in the wet. Like, genuinely scary. Because the all-wheel drive of that Peugeot sets in way earlier. Like, it sets it at 150, all the others do 1 at 90. So it's quicker in acceleration because it's got all-wheel drive at 150. And it's got the downforce underneath the car and not on top. So basically runs much better in the wet. I think I'm gonna just like kick a fuel save. So I have absolutely no interest in actually fighting anybody right now. I think everybody else is gonna do the same. It's just like fuel save for the first 300 laps. Guzmano. Well, 2 BMWs are ahead. I haven't driven Monza in a very long time, actually, so this is going to be quite the experience. We'll see. Especially the first time lapping the GTs is going to be absolute ouch. The problem is there's like a gap to P7 already and I can't get past these two guys. I could try, but crash, 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 please crash. Damn it. They're racing too safe. It's kind of the problem of the championship races, right? Because if you're in a championship race, you can't really hope for the guys ahead to crash because these are the guys that are like really good and consistent mostly, and also really fast. I'm just consistent, not fast. So I'm at the back of that. I'm just like scared of the car snapping on the exit there, so I can't put full power down. Could probably go a bit quicker than these two, but yeah. The Porsche's saving more fuel than I am. God dang it. Yeah, look at this. I could go much quicker than them. We'll wait for the bail out. Oh, right is dead. T right, the Peugeot died. Didn't even see that. And then everybody else behind can't go the pace. So I'm basically clear behind unless I die. Or get died by someone else. It's not gonna stop raining. Oh god. What am I doing? Okay. I have no idea how these people drive the BMW in the wet. I have no idea. I think that's crazy. Pit lap 31, now we're talking. I want to extend this as far as possible because that means my last stop is shorter. I mean, there's no way I can save a whole stop because it's still going to be 2 stops either way. But my last stop is much shorter, and perhaps if it stops raining in the next 5-6 laps, which it probably won't, it's probably going to stop raining in like an hour. But I have more strategic variety to play with. To just like do a short stop when it stops raining and the track gets damp. Yeah, I can be like, okay, I'm gonna put in less fuel and go. But I don't have the pace. Well, it's not really don't have the pace, I just don't have the confidence to push more. So because like I know I can hold this quite decently without issue. There's gonna be a couple micro errors here and there, but should survive this for a while. 45, okay. Gonna move into the GT field soon. By the way, did you see the funny thing? The Blitz is now adding the tier 11s to regular Blitz instead of just adding them to Reforged.
They're doing what now?
Yeah, they're adding tier 11s to a dead game.
They're running out of money already.
I mean, you know, obviously they wanted to release Reforged and then add the tier 11s to Reforged, right? But now they're somehow adding them to regular Blitz. So how hard is it to transfer those models from Unreal Engine to, like, Dava? So that's the question. How's that track? I mean, I have 6 track limits, it doesn't really matter. But it's a bit of a shame. One hypercar's out. Pretty good. The fuel saving doesn't help much. I mean, I'm only 2% up on this mono. How much is consumption a lap? 3%, so I didn't even save a lap yet. Oh well, I'll get to that. Uh-oh. Oops. It's like 1. Yeah, it's 1 point, okay. Oh my god, I got no fucking... Downforced it. Please don't crash into me, bruv. Just lost a heckin' time. Oh, again. Okay. It's not gonna stop raining anytime soon, god dang it. I think everybody's lifting coasting quite massively. Really not a fan of this at all. Oh, it's Donkey Kong again, by the way. DK Johansson.
Donkey Dog.
Yeah, see, DK Johansson. It's Donkey Kong.
Donkey Dog. Expand Dong.
I mean, there's no big gain to Omega saving like this, but I don't have the pace, so I might as well try something funny. And if I can extend by 2 laps or something like that, perhaps, then yeah, that might be the difference between I can put on mediums and they'll be working, or I can put on mediums and they'll be in the wall. Right, because that means like my second stint can go longer, even if it hasn't gone damp then either. Then I can drag that out much longer. Yeah, they're getting away now because they're getting faster. Okay, light rain. It's not going to get wetter though. Also, the advantage is if I stay out a lap longer, that means I can have track position. Because obviously if I stay out on the wets, then that means that I'm gonna have like 1 or 2 laps where I can drive quicker than the guys that are on completely stone cold mediums. And then when I come out in stone cold mediums, I'll be ahead of them briefly, and maybe I can defend a moment. Oh god. Yeah, lapping GTs here is going to be hell, because if you're on mediums and there's a dry line, you have to go into the wet to lap the GT, and then you're dead. So I'm not going to do that, and I hope I don't have to do that. Literally just like rolling it right here. Can't see shit out of this thing. Swap side. Following behind the Aston. Distance. It's one important thing that you always want to maintain. You always want to maintain a big distance to the cars, especially GTs, if you're lapping them. Because if that guy gets snappy, you're gonna turn into me. Just leave no room on the inside at all. But if that guy gets snappy, right, and dies, then you have a bit time to react. I think next Friday I'm gonna stream Blitz for the memes. Because they announced the tier 11s. Oh my god.
Heresy.
Yeah. I mean, Reforged's not there yet, so I can still play Blitz. Oh, the BMW's lost 2 positions. What's happened to him? Sudden loss of talent, I guess. Or just unlucky. Wait. Don't do that. So that's the one thing you have to be careful with the Genesis. If you brake, like you have to brake the Genesis early and hard. Right, because if you brake it late, then it can get snappy. Two Porsches have gained quite a bit of time now. BMW lost like 4 seconds. Oh god. I don't want to go side by side into the frickin' corner, bruv. Please, though. Don't try that. Thank you for not trying that. Appreciate it. I mean, he's probably gonna come back because maybe he has damage, but how would he have damage? Why is his pace floating away? This is the dumbest thing you can do is like lift coast while you're lapping GTs, because you know, if you're next to a GT and then you start lifting, then I mean you're gonna die. So you already set up on the outside, so I don't have to move out behind him. Should just please don't do something dumb, BMW. Please don't. Yeah, of course he's gonna close the door. It could be friends, friend. Or not. Okay, so 4 seconds. Is it lap 31 now? No. I'd like to pit lap 31 if possible. Oh god, that's the worst exit of my life. Okay. Well then, oh, that's the race leader. Okay, he's gonna be stuck right behind me. Oh, he was the race leader before. No. I think he pitted. Don't know. Don't know though. Yeah, like you don't want to brake late into the Genesis. There's a couple of cars where you can like step on it later, like the Peugeot. But with this thing you have to do all the braking at the start and then roll into the corner. You know, because obviously you have all the downforce when you're going quickly. But it's even more important on this car. Roch is right on my bumhole. So he's not giving up. I'm already P8, so one position away from the stated goal. Also, I mean, it is a hypercar race, so goal's top 10. Top 5 for LMP2, top 10 for hypercar, and finish the race for GT3, but that's on the other account. Okay, the Ferrari's lost quite a bit. I mean, if the BMW starts pressing, I'm gonna let him go. I think he's saving as well. I'm doing better at it. Problem is 19.6, so I would have to save quite a bit more. Also, I only have 18.6 laps of fuel, so I don't have more engine to use either, electric. So that's it. 18 laps. Fuel safe for those 18 laps. I think the rain's starting to ease a little. We have 7 seconds up there. I mean, look at that. That's where I am in LMP2, right? that bulk of cars from 3 to 7, they're all together. They're all fighting. And in LMP2, I'm ahead of that. Like, gaggle of advanced mediocrity, as you may call it. You know, it's like not esport pace, but it ain't amateur either. Man, the hypercar, I just don't have the skill, experience, and most importantly, confidence yet to be there. Also, the practice is missing from this race. So we'll see. See what's possible. Because P1 and P2, those are forever unavailable to me, right? Even in 10 years, if I still sim race then I still won't be there. I'll be P3 in this race. Like, maybe in 2-3 years, I would be P3 in this race. But not now. I mean, it took me how long to get good at Blitz? 4 years, 5 years, I think. Probably 2017, I think. 4 years. 5.
Define being good at it.
Like, reach the potential. As like, I can play like a complete muppet and I'll still be super unicum either way. Okay, the Ferrari's losing time now. I think the track's getting slower as well, a little bit. Also, I got like a random headache since 6, which is not helping, but that's not making me slower. It doesn't help in the opposite direction either. But yeah, it's been quite a while since my head has been hurting. Okay, I think I can maybe 16.7, 16.6. I don't think I can save that because I make it on energy to 17 laps, right? But I don't think I'm not gonna make it on fuel. The problem is I have 16.2, so this like save another lap is basically impossible because I have to save another 0.8, which is not gonna do. Please stop raining. Please. If it stops raining now, we can switch to mediums on the stop. It's not gonna do that. Probably can't even switch to mediums on the second stop. But this is Monza, there's like 0 tire wear, so... You know, because all the corners are medium to low speed. And then on the straights, you barely have any tire wear. You know, like you're going through this corner at 120 kilometers an hour. There's no tire wear. Look at that, 93%. These would last, I don't know, 10 hours. Probably. Oh, a bit deep there. Yeah, I mean, P3 to 7 are very close together. And I'm sort of, like, they're not getting away from me, but just my shocking quali performance, as always, gave them an advantage. 47.1. 2 track limits? Okay. And like, I'm doing the same lap time as Donkey Kong, but, you know, that's...
Donkey Kong.
Not helping because he's 7 seconds up the road because I had to deal with that Porsche and everything ahead. What happened to the other BMW? He's not far back. He's not far back enough to have stopped, unless he's a lap down. Like P14. Like the Guzmano. He's a very quick driver. I see Roch as well is pretty quick in the BMW. Wait. I mean, the wet setup was definitely the correct choice here. Fuck you, track limits, but I'm okay on time. Hello. How's it going, A-Bull? What's up with the potatoes, yo? Oh, Ferrari's in the dirt. How do you throw it there? I mean, it is a Ferrari, so it Ferraris. Joe mich. Nice. That's great.
Ah, boy.
Oh my god, I didn't have downfalls because of the GT3.
When the potato is holy.
Monza is pretty annoying on track limits. Because you can go over very quickly. Sure, I'll be okay till the end on that front. Obviously now in half an hour I used a whole stint of points. So I gotta do the next 15 laps clean if I want to stay ahead of schedule. But yeah. Also losing time now. Lost like 2 seconds to Donkey Kong. Oh god. Ain't no way. The problem with the Genesis is in a way that the lighter it gets, the more jumpy it becomes, you know? Like the more it moves. Which is great in the dry because you can control better, you can turn better, you can turn early, you can accelerate better. But if you don't want it to move around like that in the wet at all. This is the first time I've ever driven the Genesis at Monza. I've never driven this car here before. I think I've driven the Ferrari once or twice at Monza. The Aston when it came out because there was like a big Monza event. That's when I drove hypercar here. But I've never really driven hypercars at Monza too much. It's like maybe I've done like the wingless Peugeot a couple times as well, if I recall correctly. But otherwise, it's just I'm virgin in this, and the Roch is not. Probably. We have a pretty big energy advantage to Dlugosz. Dlugosz, probably his name. 5% to Dlugosz. That's 2 seconds, but he's 8 ahead. But yeah, I can do 2 laps on him, basically. Pit 2 laps later. But it doesn't help because he's 9 seconds ahead. Now I've got Roch right up my bumhole. I have to lap the. Oh my god. Yeah, you're gonna crash. Oh my god. These fucking clowns, man. Where am I supposed to go? What the hell? Okay. Well. That doesn't help. 10 seconds. Oh, God. Oh, 8. Although at least the Ferrari's out. For the pits. Fuck that. Okay. I have a problem now. It gave me 2 seconds though. So that bad. Don't do something stupid now. You open the gap. Keep it there. Wait. I also do hope that like the pit window doesn't fall into traffic, because otherwise 2 extra laps that I can do will be meaningless completely. Because Mona's a lap down, here's the pit, an extra... he doesn't have to pit an extra time. Fucking hell, man. What was that, lap 17? I have to look at that. Gonna have to look at that. Yeah, this is what I said earlier. It's like if you brake too late, then it's just gonna go. And I was completely on the inside. I think I even got on the curb on the inside there because those 2 guys just no space at all. And then, oopsie. Okay. I mean, I can catch the 2 ahead. That's no issue. But that basically destroys all the moves forward for like P5. Which is, I mean, the best I could have done. Oh, there's Roch. That solves one of my problems. He's back. Down here. Welcome to the club, buddy. Alright. Now, soon, very soon, I can finally start working on the other project. Because finally, I'll be free for a while. I mean, Bauer is not doing badly right now. That's got some pace on them right now. Oh, no. Like, hope on the inside. What the hell we got going on here? Oh my, holy balls! I'm gonna lift out of that completely. Oh my, oh, that's gonna hurt. Yeah. This is the problem when you're behind GT3s, you have no grip. Because basically they give you complete and utter... because they're bigger than you. Please get the... What are you doing? Why are you in the middle of the track, buddy? Because they have, like, they're bigger than you. They're basically giving you complete and utter... immunity to downforce. What's happened? Lugosh looked it round. I mean, if everybody spins once, then we're back to square one. Which is what happened now, sort of. To... Oh, the Peugeot's back. Huh? Where'd he come from? Where did he come from? 5 seconds back. What? Where did that Peugeot come from all of a sudden? Yeah, I don't think I can do here. Ugh, dang. Oh my... What are you doing, buddy? By the way, why am I good driver badge I'm gonna be, for the entirety of this championship, right? For the entirety of this championship, I'm gonna be good driver badge. Even though I've been trusted for, like, since basically one race after I signed up for the championship. Because it will not, the badge will not change for the duration of the championship. It only changes when you sign up. Like, it logs when you sign up to the championship, and then it stays you there. So I'm trusted, but it will show me as good the entire time. Oh boy. Where the hell did that picture come from? And he's quick, so I might have a problem. Power 7 seconds now, Jesus. Where did he find that pace? It was so slow earlier. Or maybe it's traffic luck, but gee, mate. When is it stop raining? Please. It was like 2 clouds, then 3 suns. So it should stop raining in, at worst, 20 minutes. But it still says light rain on the forecast, so it might rain the whole race. Ah! Please don't. I mean, it was a bit of a shame that I got completely ruined there by those 2 guys going side by side. Thing is, as well, obviously GT3s, right? They have more mechanical grip because they're heavier and slower. So basically, in the wet, the GT3s brake later than the hypercars, much later. So if you're like lapping if you're lapping a GT3 and you slot in ahead of it, then they're just gonna crash into you. Because they can brake later and also accelerate because they have ABS as well, and you don't. In the wet, that is very useful. Oh man, it's a shame that I've lost contact now to the front. I mean, P5 is basically out of the picture now. Unless, you know, we got like crashes and spins and all that. And hello, Peugeot. And we need 1 spin from Bauer, and then we're basically back to where we were at the start. Wait, there's 1 car missing as well. Because I was P8 before. Like, I was here before. And Wright, Roch, Gadola, they were behind me when I was P8. And Bauer was also behind me, so 1 had a Ferrari? I think it's the Ferrari that basically puts me P8 now. Even though, I mean, the Ferrari and the Gusmano, they can come back with stellar pace. They can come back, so... Like P7 at best, P10 at worst for this race, I think. .48 from Bauer. 7 from me. 1 second a lap on Bauer. It's about what I'll need. Freaking 150 board's gone. God dang it. Why? I don't have the 150 board anymore. My brake references disappear. Is Disappearo Ben Shapiro's not evil twin? That's why he's gone.
I think you need to make him a new OC.
Yeah, but what would Aquaman think about it?
I need you to say this original character's name again, because you're gonna remember him now.
I don't want to disappear into the wall, man.
Disappear.
Oh, it's the cheater. It's the fucking cheater. Addison. I mean, he was caught rigging the McLaren challenge with 2 other guys. Right, like, he was basically... so what happened is, the McLaren challenge, right, you have to set the fastest race lap to win something like 35,000 euros or something like that. So it's a crazy amount of money that you can win there. And Addison was helping, together with another guy, was helping a friend cheat the lap times. That's Leppo, isn't it? Yep, it is. I know the Leppo livery by now. But basically, like, they were cheating. Addison was giving the other guy a tow, which means, you know, he was driving ahead of him so he can have slipstream, so he gets quicker from the hole in the air. And oh, to your right, I had another issue. Then another guy, Dyer, was pushing Pilko. That's the guy that got boosted. Dyer cut all the corners. And then he, like, basically, because he cut the corners, obviously he can drive out of the corners much quicker, right? Because his line is basically straight. So he pushed Pilko while Addison gave both of them slipstream. So they could do, like, much faster lap times. And, yeah. Surprised. For some reason, they didn't ban them. Even though all of what they did is against the game rules. And I'm surprised that he still has the creator badge as well, because it's like Blitz letting Diddles have being a CC after all that. I mean, he's not, but it is very questionable that they, like, try to push it under the rug, because, like, pissing off the entire community is probably not as bad as it's probably worse than just, like, banning 3 people for 3 months, you know, and be like, get out, we don't want that, you're a terrible representation for the game, you know, because it's, like, pretty bad reflection on the game when, like, the people that represent it are cheating at it. So that's just me. I don't have a creator badge. I could probably get it with the amount of subs I have, but I don't care. I don't want that. I want to see how this game develops first. If it's gonna get good. I mean, it is good, but it's like the base game is really good. It's kind of like Blitz as well, but obviously Blitz is 12 years old, so it's not really an excuse. But this is 2 years old, so it's not, well, not even 2 years. It's gonna get 2 years this month.
Well, years old, you say?
But yeah, the Catholics are starting to lose interest. So
And the Diddler.
true. Wait, how did Bauer? Oh, I think he just cut the corner. I think Bauer. Wait, how did he just get a second? He was 6.8, and now he's. Huh? Okay, now he's losing it again. I'm confused by this man. Holy, I have 7%. Oh, right is in the pits. Oh. Just like, well, actually, it's not going to be that bad, but I think he pitted out of the way of the GTs. The GTs are coming up again. See? Fun thing is, he's still going to have to go through them anyway. I don't know how long the GTs can go, actually. But it's still like 2 laps still there. But this is exactly what I was fearing, is that, you know, if I do save the 2 extra laps, and then I have to go through the GTs in those 2 laps, and then all the bonus I got basically is just gone. Okay, mostly cloudy. Next, there is a racing the racing line's already forming, right? So we can't stop for mediums this time, but there will be probably enough time to go mediums this race. Or softs, actually. I think it's probably the better choice to go softs. If we have them available. Don't think so, though. Because it's quite cold. 17-degree temperature. So it's going to take a long time to get the mediums up to temperature. But the pain eventually pays off if it's like an hour. Like, if the mediums start working with about 40 minutes to go, then it's worth it. Otherwise, it's better to just stay on the wets. Because the mediums are never going to warm up. It takes like 6-7 laps, and especially on Monza, right, which is all just straight, and chicanes, you're never going to get them warm, ever. Because you don't have any... The thing that keeps the tires this good, right, 88% on the front, right, the thing that keeps the tires this good, this healthy, is also the same thing that makes them impossible to warm up. So you have no friction going through them, no wear going through them.
Määrittelen.
Hello, Mary, how you doing? I mean, I hope that the GTs pit this lap. Because that's how far we could go. And the Hyper, 28 laps. I can go 3 laps. It's a problem. Like, I have enough energy, but I don't have the fuel. Because that's the problem of Monza, like, just consuming a bit too much fuel. I think we have to up the fuel ratio a bit. Put it to 85. So I have a bit more. Like, I can do another lap. Because, like, look at this. I'm currently fuel limited. On energy, I could go a bit further, but fuel I can't. I think the other guys maybe have the same problem, but I don't know. But yeah, I mean, the dry line is starting to form slowly. See it here? Yeah, I think it's still going to be the entire next stint of pain. Now, it's 1.6 stints to go. So basically, I have now a bit more options compared to the other guys of how long I can stay on the wet. Right, depending on how dry it is. Because the other guys behind me, they have to stop like 5 laps earlier now than me. Which means that if it gets, like, if it's still too wet, then they have to basically stop too early onto the mediums, and they're going to lose a lot of time. Because they're going to be, like, just dragging these ultra cold, miserable mediums around. And, I mean, obviously I'll have to warm them up later, but I'm going to have better warm-up, so I'm going to gain more from that. But, oh, Donkey Kong's now 30 seconds ahead. That's like my problem, you know, I need half a second a lap in the hypercar. More. To be properly competitive. And that takes 2 or 3 races. So if I did it again on Sunday, I'd be a bit quicker, I think. The problem is it basically gives me nothing because, you know, I have the VE, but I mean the pit stop's going to be quicker because of it, but it doesn't give me much of an extra lap because I can do 1.8 laps, so I can't do another one. So everybody ahead is pitting next lap anyway, and I have to as well. So I basically saved 4% energy for nothing! Because I don't have enough fuel, because I'm an idiot. Well, the setup's stupid. But I think that the short stop's gonna be earlier. And then, let's see, I mean, oh, right has the pit. There's one. Yeah, again, nothing. Okay, this is the incorrect strategy. So basically, just push. I mean, I could have had another lap, but it wasn't worth it, really. What's behind me? Oh, ugh. Wait, how? Where's he come from? Guy just randomly spawns. %0 for... Okay, so the fuel ratio is wrong to save fuel for the setup, because I'm already using the maximum electricity I can. But... yeah. So basically there's gonna be a point where everybody's gonna jump on mediums. But it's not now, obviously. Somebody can get themselves a drive-through from speeding, that'd be pleasant, but yeah. Bauer is going through. Okay. Hold on, I'm gonna make a human stop as well. Real quick. Change. Be back. No, what the fuck? No!
Y'all like to have some beans? I know I can give you some beans. Who is a fan of beans in here?
Shit! Ah, I lost like 5 seconds at least. Fucking hell. Yeah, 5 seconds. God damn it. I slid too far in the box. 7 seconds I lost. Oh god. Okay. It's not good. But somehow... I'm P9 now. Oh my... Frickin' hell! This is a horror film. Okay, so the fuel ratio for the wet setup is wrong. It's to be 0.86. Not 82. Oh. Because if I reduce deployment, then it's going to be even worse. Oh, the Porsche that pitted earlier is now leading. Good for them. Oh, wait, 63%, okay. But he should make it on one more stop. So I did the quick stop early. He did the... But that basically takes a strategic variety, so if it stays dry, if it stays wet for longer, there's nothing you can do about it, really. Oh god, I mean, yeah, I lost 10 seconds in that stop. From running too wide and from taking too long. I think I need to, like, put like a bottle here. In the middle. Yeah, we'll see. No more fuel saving now. I mean, yeah, I lost 30 seconds from being stupid. So, P6 would be possible right now, but oh well. Potential man. My name is Charles Leclerc, also known as Potential Man. Will he ever fulfill it? No. Alright. But yeah, Bauer's 17 seconds ahead. How? How did he gain that much? That's gonna be quite the task to catch up. Especially when he's found his mojo. He's no longer going that much slower. Obviously, I'm not gonna go much slower either now because I'm gonna have to not save now. But that energy advantage, I mean, look, I'm quite advantageous against Lugosh. So it's like the only thing that I have now is the tire strategy, right? That I can go longer than some of the guys, and therefore, if it doesn't dampen out yet, you know, I can stay on these tires for longer. But it stopped raining now, and it's only slightly wet. So we're gonna have to do you're probably gonna have to do the other stop early, like the short stop early. I'm not gonna do an extra stop. So I'm gonna have to wait until it says one stint to go, and then go 100% fuel to the end on fresh tires. Fresh mediums. I think, because we don't have softs for Monza, as far as I know. Let's check. Nope, we don't have softs, unfortunately. I'd really love to have it soft, but unfortunately, we'll have to make it medium. It can't be hard, because those don't get warmed up at any point. Yeah. Okay, strategy doesn't pay off. If I do it again on Sunday, then I know what to do. You know, like, I'm basically just using these races as big practice sessions as well to get better at the game while also achieving something. You know, I could just like drive 2 hours in the circle in a practice session, or I could do something for it. Which is why I have so many races, because I don't do practice sessions almost never. You know, like 2-3 laps before, but pretty much just learn stuff during the races. That's why I have so many damn races. And because I've never sim raced properly before, so all the other people coming from the other games, you know, that they have a big advantage. I mean, of course, the car goes. The great thing about the Genesis is that it's a very good wet car as well. For some reason. Porsche's think a bit better though in the wet. Okay, we can now start the acceleration process of braking a bit later every lap to get the lap time. I mean, I don't think anybody's going to pit early, because then they have to pit twice. I don't think anybody's going to be dumb enough to do that, so everybody's going to like pit the same lap. Except who may have timed this to perfection and might have an advantage, because if he can put on mediums when he's out of energy, he lost nothing. And he gained some time because he didn't have to go through the traffic at the start, or once. I mean, the guy was P2, so in quali, so he knows what he's doing. Just had no idea what to expect here. And these races are very rare as well. Like, dry to wet, so very rare. I said it like 2 weeks ago. It's like there's not a lot of races that go like this. Most of the time, like it starts dry and then ends wet, but these are rare. So maybe Mr. Lemieux listened to me and made this race wet. But I doubt it. 44.7, okay. So the track's pretty quick. I mean, he's also low of fuel, but the track's pretty fast already, and I'm still slow as hell. Oh my. Jesus. I can just let it roll, and I just gain time from that. Oh, it's hilarious. I mean, track limits are broken in certain ways. You can exploit them a lot of times. Okay. Track's a lot quicker now. 46.4 from Bauer. I mean, it's still slower than my best lap, but he's finding the pace. Bauer is finding the pace slowly. Drive. I don't know if driving off the racing line cools the tires. Don't know if that's a thing that's modeled in this game. But what it definitely does is it disperses the water off the racing line, meaning that you can later lap the GTs better. Hello, Lippo and Cheater. Oh, man. I mean, I did read that allegedly Addison cheated before as well in a different game, but I don't know about that, if that's true or not. Yeah, I mean, those two BMWs ahead, they're gaining too much time. Fuck! Don't know where the dry braking points are anymore. I know them for LP2, but I don't know where. Still slightly wet though. .46.0. Yeah, they're finding the pace now. 45.6. Oh god. Oh, there's Guzmano already. Well, he's on 20%. Is he gonna make it? No. Oh, what the fuck? Stop! Go Aleppo. Oh. I mean, maybe these guys are running the... Maybe they already switched to the... like, dry setup wing, perhaps. Or they were running a dry setup the whole time, which I couldn't imagine them doing. Okay, let's go on the roll bars. 45.4. Okay, it's better. Yeah, that Porsche's moving properly. What are you gonna do now, by the way? Like in general.
Where's Donkey Kong? Is he safe?
He's P5 right now.
God damn it.
.45.4 already. I mean, I'm just about matched that, but and the robot change already made quite a difference for the setup right now. It is damp now. It is damp now. But changing the robots already was a good idea, but 43.9 is possible. Would have been really funny if you just pulled in and be like, no, bye-bye, you die. Thing is, the wing change takes 20 seconds. So I have less than 20 seconds of fuel, can't change the wing. It's gonna take extra time, basically. Oh god, warning badge. Ugh. Ugh. So I'm gonna have to see at the stop how much. So we have to stop with with like more than 50% fuel for the mediums. Can't change the wing because it's gonna take longer. So I'm gonna lose like 5 seconds. If I have 15 seconds of fuel plus tire change, but the tire guys do the wing, right? So they can't do both. So I need at least 20 seconds worth of fuel. Well, Roch went deep. Really hoping for at least 1 or 2 track limit drive-throughs up ahead. How does Bauer have more energy than me now? What the hell? I did go 1 lap longer because his fuel ratio was correct. There we go. That's why. Right, like he could do 1 more lap, Bauer. His fuel ratio was correct, mine wasn't. But that's okay. Can't get everything right. Probably should, I mean, could have double checked, but if still barely enough. I have 19.9 laps of fuel. I have like 0.1 lap less. I'm still like barely making it on fuel when it comes to VE. Yeah, like my best potential looking at the pace of all these guys, this is going to be P7. And I would like to be P7, but... Oh, Roch. Can break later here. I just got stuck, I think. Some GTs in the way. I got pretty lucky with them. Roch had a track limit again. He cut last time and he cut this time. So I think he might get high on points eventually. Gonna lift. I think it's time to consider dry tires. Well, that's good for you, but it's good for you, but I'm gonna make it quite a bit more. Can't dive this BMW. Does it say I have no enemies? You're about to have one now, buddy. Oh, what's happened? It's behind. It's weird that my wheel doesn't show the yellow flags all over the track anymore for a couple of weeks now. I don't know why. Unfortunately, I think that was a bug that they accidentally fixed. Oh god, that's the GT3 line. The GT3 line is dry, the hyper line through there is not quite dry yet. Because you can't jump the curb with the hypercar, you're just gonna die. I mean, you can do it sort of with the Peugeot a little bit, but with this car, you don't want to jump the high curbs. 45.3 from Roch. And nobody's pitting because everybody's just staying out till you can go to the end. Oh. Alternative strategy from right, double pit stop. He's gonna have to do a splash at the end. I don't know what the dry lap times are actually. But if they're like 38, 39. But he's gonna have to pit twice, it's gonna lose him a lot of time. And his warm-up's gonna be shite now. So, yeah. But obviously he's gonna like eventually start doing 5 seconds a lap. And maybe that's good for him. But yeah, I'm not gonna try that. Because it's gonna take ages to warm them. And he's last as well, right? He's 13, 14, and 15 out of DNF, I think. So we can watch his progress on the board. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I think next Friday, I think I'm gonna stream Blitz for the people, and then I'll do this on Sunday because next week it's easier. It's not wet. That's kind of the problem about this championship. It's very sparsely populated outside of the Friday and Sunday 8 p.m. right? So, but Wright's not that far back, even though I mean he has to pit twice. Like he has to pit one more time now, but he's 1 minute 20. Oh god, it's the wrong button. When can I pit? To do another 10 laps, I think. Oh, Guzmano's on medium as well. Oh. To do 10 more laps, I think. Goes in the dry, then takes you more fuel. 44.1. I mean, look at right, he's just lost 10 seconds. The track is not dry enough to properly do it yet. Oh my god. Oh, there he is actually, that's right. No! What the f- What the fuck is your problem? What was that? What the hell? What the f- Huh? What the hell just happened, man? Alright, that's P1. What the actual hell? You're not close enough yet, buddy. Point 3. Hmm. 43 from the... Okay. Jeez. Got no damn pace. 2 seconds. She. You know. Oh god. Okay. There we go. That'll do. Pull me, bitch! Dang it. God damn it. Ugh. Another hour of this. Should probably have gone to sleep about now. If I was a responsible individual. Oh, Bauer went deep. I think we're good.
Schleppo.
Yeah, there's S. Lepo that's in the Porsche.
And you need to go schleppo.
Yeah. They do. Normally I'm pretty good in these like mixed conditions, but right now. My Porsche's moving, Jesus. Fastest lap. Hi mate, how you doing? 42.6.
Mate.
Yeah, Porsche is moving, goddammit. Bauer and Roch are gonna be close together soon, but oh, what the fuck? No, I gotta. Fuck this, man. Oh no, I breathe damage. I got on the fucking wet part and I died. Oh my god. That sucks massively. Fuck. Well, that's that over. I'm not gonna make up 20 seconds in an hour. Rip. Got on there. Try to push. Try to go quicker a bit. This is the problem of why I'm not faster, right? Because if I try to go faster, I just die. And so I don't. So I'm just like locked in this like 102% pace. So I don't go quicker, I just die. Unless it's the LMP2, there I can push it, right? Because I can trust the damn car. But here, ugh. Yeah, the rear damage now, it doesn't help. Yeah, whatever. Well, they're gone. I'm gonna have to deal with the Porsche behind as well. He's much lower in energy, but yeah. Okay, 44, 43. Jesus. Can't even do. Oh, Porsche died. They're all boring, Jesus. .43 from the BMW. They're running a wet. Are they running a dry setup? Don't know. Maybe. Maybe they are, or maybe I just didn't have time to. The ability to actually go. Yet. I didn't get a lap yet to actually go. Now we're working or something. Still 22 seconds? That's not happening. Somebody have to like spin or something. Oh, Leppo is leading. Good. Porsche pits. Top of that, Monza's not really my strong track. It's like Monza and Spa I'm not really that quick on. Of the ones I drive. Obviously I don't do stuff like... Oh god. Kota or Paul Ricard, of course I'll be terrible on them because I just don't drive them anyway. So it doesn't really matter. Oh. I think I'm just gonna keep the wing where it is. Not gonna risk it. Generally, I mean, the Genesis works better the higher the wing is, so... Yeah. Balance 10 seconds behind. So like the actual current race leader is 10 seconds behind me. I'm surprised I'm only this not lapped. Because I'm driving like shite. Obviously there's no like Callas or Richie or whatever, like the Uber top drivers in here. But those guys are also pretty good. Balan and Zurich. So. But they're still like A tier. I'm B tier at best. There's no S tier dudes in here that are like gonna lap you twice before you look. Okay. You have to take a look at the lap times of the guys behind the mediums. They're gonna start waking up and then it's bye-bye. How many laps do we have to go? 32 laps. I would need a second a lap on the two guys ahead. Nah. That ain't happening, bruv. Well, I mean, I need 7/10, but that's not happening, bruv. Maybe I can make 10 seconds in an hour, but not 20. I'm gonna have to pit soon as well. So let's see how the mediums go. Oh, Roch went deep again. I mean, if they battle and if they give each other a lot of track limits and then slow themselves down because they have to keep lifting or they get drive-through, then it's good for me, right? I'm gonna stay in second. I'm not gonna go down to first.
It's
43.
definitely been cooling down where I live. Finally livable.
Yeah, it's much better. Obviously the house traps heat, so it takes a couple of days to get good, but generally it's
Raining the entire day yesterday, and it was just all-around blessing with tons of fucking wind.
yeah. I mean, 30 degrees and windy is not that terrible. It's survivable, but 30 degrees, 70% humidity, and no wind, that's like death.
I mean, yeah, air temperature and humidity must be taken into consideration.
Yeah.
Because 30 degrees dry is just
Yeah,
not that bad. But
that's what I
20,
said, that's okay.
All the humidity is bad.
Yeah. That's where I'm at, just started thing. Well. Survive! Did he get it perfectly on the dot? No. The guy might have to do a splash at the end. The Porsche might have to do a splash. I think he might have pitted too early.
How much has the increased by? Mate.
42.9 from Guzmano, okay.
What's the temp now?
Okay, good. I'm gonna have to get to pitting soon. Because I mean, sure, they're a lap down and they need to do an extra stop, but the times are getting quicker. 43.6 from right. That's the thing, like the guys behind, they're all a lap down. Obviously have to pit, and they're not going to be a lap down because they're right behind me, basically. And Balan's already behind me anyway, so I'm going to be a lap down at the end. And I'm going to try to see that I can get to 28 laps left. Like 28 laps, it says 28 laps left, and I'm going to box for new mediums and 100% fuel. 43. Yeah. Bowers found his mojo quite a bit. Can't match that right now. Because I haven't done any dry practice. Like, I've done 0 laps in a dry. This is just completely... You know, I have no idea what I'm doing right now. This is my first time ever driving the Genesis in the dry at Monza. Still damp, I think. Yeah, it's still damp. But even if Guzmano's doing a second a lap quicker, it doesn't really matter because they're a lap down. And he has to do another, like, 30-second stop. So he can be a second a lap quicker for the next 30 laps, and he's still going to be a bit behind. I think that Porsche played it pretty well, though, if he doesn't have to pit anymore. But I think he does have to pit again. I have to do a super quick splash at the end. Humid as well. Yeah, that's 90 degrees. 102. I don't know how much that is in temperature. But
37?
gee, that's unpleasant. That is unpleasant. Oh, cheater ahead.
How high is the humidity? Because if it's above 50, that's alarming.
Mm-hmm. No, I gotta nudge. Have to be very careful on the first couple of laps. Yeah, I think maybe that Porsche. I don't know. Maybe if the Porsche can make it to the end, I think his strategy is great. But I don't think he can make it to the end. 41.2 from Guzmano. Okay. Problems. 2 seconds lap. They're doing now. That can be...
45 right now was 60 yesterday.
Okay.
We're still kinda no bueno. Still.
True. Oh my god. They say, oh, you shouldn't use the Lord's name in vain. Well, I'm gonna refer to myself however I want.
Where you say in vain, why not in arteries?
Fair point. That's how religion works. Everybody's their own god. They just...
We'll use his name in artery and in capillary.
Yeah, probably. You know, it's like...
Not probably, we will.
You know, it's like... whatever you believe, it only exists in your head, so you kind of... Whatever you make up in there, it's kind of like still you. What was he doing? Oust. The good thing is, I mean, Balan's behind me, so I can pit when he pits. So not yet. I think he's gonna pit this lap, so I can pit next lap. Either way, I mean, I know when the 2 guys ahead pit, because of 20 seconds. That's like my problem, you know? Like, I eventually get to the pace, but I can't close deficits because I'm not quicker. So... have to work on that. Especially hypercar. Oh, race safe jointly, please. Damn. I mean, P7 would have definitely been possible here today. Unfortunately, not gonna happen. Also, when I get out of the switch the tires, I'm gonna need to have the most godly burnout that has ever been done in human history, because otherwise I am screwed. Oh, something died. Nope, my holy balls in the wall. Oh, BMW. Porsche's fighting.
That's where the ball's supposed to go.
Yeah. The race leader's right behind me now, so I'm gonna get lapped, but he's still not pitting. Interesting. So if he doesn't think he can go to the end, if he doesn't think he can go to the end yet, then maybe it's a bit of a problem there. All he had to do is lift, like, minimally, and none of this would have happened. That's the thing that annoys me about GTs a lot. It's like, we can both avoid losing time if you just lift a little bit. It's just like a tenth. If you lift by like a tenth, then neither of us is gonna lose time. But no. Can't do that. Okay, 41. Jesus. 43. I mean, the other guys on medium still over a lap down, and they still have to pit again. Let's see if Balan pits now. I don't know how many laps you can go in the dry. Oh, he's pitting now. Okay, I'm gonna pit this lap. I think because the number of laps is gonna go up if it gets dry, right? So I have to calculate a bit more. I think I can change the wing. I'm gonna go 2 clicks down on the wing. Just so, if one of the guys ahead didn't do that, the Genesis struggles with straight line speed a bit. That, yeah. Let's see. It says 91% VE, but don't believe the lies. Lugosz is in. Everybody's going fuel into 100, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna run wide and lap one. Oh god. 44 minutes left. Houses are made of cardboard and don't trap the heat. Yeah, that's an advantage. For when it's like really hot. Oh no. Not again! What? Hello? What the fuck? What? Whatever. Forget it. There's no way I'm gonna gain time. Well, I'll see if I can do it again on Sunday, because that would be interesting. How the hell did I miss the pit box twice? Because is it really that bad on the wets? Guess it is. Guzmano's gonna sorta catch up, but it doesn't really matter because they have to stop again. I'm gonna come out 25 seconds ahead of Guzmano. He's gonna catch me, right? Because I have to warm up the tires, but then he's gonna lose again because he has to stop. So basically, I'm P9. That was a pretty good burnout. 18 degrees worth of temperature from that burnout. Nice. There's Bauer. Holy Jesus. It's gonna suck. And you can't like wiggle either because the track curves like that. My tire warm was an absolute nightmare. They fixed it for the LMP2. It's better for the LMP2 now. But for the hypercar, still a nightmare. Yeah, I'm losing tire temperature if I get on the wet. It's insane. But yeah, it's going to take like 5 laps to warm this. Guzmano's probably gonna get past me. Yeah. Wait, where's the other? Where's Bauer? Still out. Okay. That might be a chance. Like, if he really botches his warm-up later, he might lose a lot of time. But yeah, 40 degrees to 1 lap. There's like gonna need 3 or 4 laps at least to get this shit up to temperature. I feel really wish that they made the warm-up a little bit better. Maybe like 10% better. Because now, like, sure, with 40 minutes to go, yes, but if you're in a race, let's say it's a 60-minute race and it stops raining, like it stops raining now, you basically have to drive to the end on wets. Because you're never going to get the mediums warm enough to, like, get the advantage out of them. Right? You're never going to gain anything from pitting and... Because, like, I think staying on wets and switching to mediums should be about equally as quick. And then it's down to who does it better. But now, it's like... Staying on wets is pretty much always the better option, and I'm just, like, dragging it out till the end. Now we're 40 seconds clear. How? Okay, Roth pitted 2 seconds quicker. Yeah, because I missed the fucking pit box. Always prefer the cold. Not a favorite climate for me. Yeah, well, I think... I said it last time as well. There's like -3 degrees and sunshine, or like plus 20 degrees and overcast. That's probably the best temperature-wise.
But how cold is your cold preference, Mike?
40s. Okay. I don't know what that means. I think 0 degrees is like 30-something Fahrenheit, so... Yeah.
All I know is that 32 is 0 degrees.
Yeah.
4 degrees, 60. 4... Yeah, that'll be 4 degrees to 15 degrees. That's also my comfort zone.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just gonna set you... Yeah, basically anywhere in Northern Europe. Because as long as you don't tread beyond the polar circle, you'll be fine, because during winters you'd commonly be exposed to -10 degrees or below, and that's Celsius. And in freedom units, that's
If you think...
14 Fahrenheit minus 4 Fahrenheit.
If he thinks that I'm going to lift 6/10 after the chicane, he'd have been mental. Didn't lose time, so... But yeah. I mean, I could have gotten out of the way earlier, but I'm not getting out of the way there when it's damp. I'm not going onto the damp. I'm not crazy. Okay, Guzmano has gained quite a lot of time and is doing 39 now. 3 seconds per lap. And I don't know where the damn braking reference is for the dry, because the 150 board is gone. So I have to, like, guess it somehow. Fucking hell. Okay, Bauer lost his warming up time again. I mean, my tires are still not warm. But, yeah. How many laps have we been out now? 3? 4? I think this is lap 4 after pitting. So, I think they should be warming a little bit quicker. You know, like, if they're 10 degrees hotter right now, I think that'd be perfect. That'd be the perfect level of warm-up. You know, if they'd be at operating temperature now and not still take ages. I mean, Wright is basically gone, but Guzmano, I mean, he's on me, he's gonna pass me, of course. But he has to do a stop, and I don't, so it doesn't really matter. Well, it doesn't matter if he does 3 seconds a lap, because then he only needs 10 laps to close his pit stop again. And there's 20 laps left. 22 laps even. gonna have too much fuel as well. Favorite season, mine's autumn. 39-1. Okay, he's 2 seconds a lap quicker right now than me. Oh, and he died. And I died. Oh my god. Yeah, sorry, Lepo. What was that? Well, I have front damage now as well. Lovely. Uh, 38-0. Oh boy. I mean, obviously I have a shitload of damage as well, that which just was inflicted. Oh my. You McClown. You absolute McClown right there. I'm not gonna try to hold this guy behind, but yeah, I mean, it was freaking wet out there, so it locked up. Well, vibrations for the next 34 minutes. Let's go. That's gonna be fun. Okay. At least that's gonna make the tire warmer. Jesus.
The autumn's nice. I prefer late autumn when it gets a bit darker and darker.
I think like April's probably the best month to do stuff. Like April and May. Maybe like September, October. November sucks, just properly. And then, you know, December, half of December sucks. And then maybe January you can like go winter hiking and skiing and stuff, and it's not as gloomy and rainy anymore as like November is. November is just ugh. November is probably the worst month that exists. Second worst is like July and August because it's too damn hot. Yeah, I have to fucking be on the wet stuff and lose everything. Honestly, I think I'm gonna be P10 in the end. Where I started. Roch and Bauer are quick now. And the 20 seconds I lost from... I'm just not gonna get them back. Fuck again! No! Okay, GG.
They do be fucking?
Yeah, this stupid inside there, man. 3 times! Fuck me. Next time I'm gonna just crash into everybody. Well, those tires are fucking completely cooked now. Look at this. Look at the vibration. It's insane. That's one thing I like hate about LMU, how pronounced the vibration is in the force feedback. Like, get that off me. I know the tire's flat spot. Get rid of it. Please. It's like the most annoying thing about the entire game, where I have to like drive half an hour like a fucking... My wheel has Parkinson's now. Basically. For the next half hour. I don't like rain because that makes the camera wet. And you as well. Don't like being wet. I mean, Guzmano's ahead of me as well now, so I'm going to be P10. Because he has to pit, but he already has an 11-second advantage. He's going to drive out the other 20 seconds easily, and he's going to be ahead of me. He has to pit for about 30... He has to do about 10 seconds of fuel, I think. Not again, like, you can't go on the inside there. You cannot. In the wet. You're just gonna die massively. 3 seconds a lap, man. Rain and skiing doesn't mix well. Well, rain and skiing is terrible, but snowing and skiing is okay. But winter rain is just awful. Like, it's cold, and it's raining. If it's like raining, if it's like 30 degrees and raining, that's sort of okay. I mean, obviously the humidity sucks, but you know, at least the water's not frozen, and you don't get like completely turned into a solid block of ice. Right? But yeah, not a very good race from me, to be honest, today. 3 mistakes in the same corner. Obviously the Lepo thing where I mean, nothing I can do. The guy died on the inside. Why is the cheater leading? Oh, that's bad. Maybe he's cheating this time as well. Probably not. Yeah, those kind of stuff, that I respect that less than, like, intentionally wrecking people. You know? If you're purposely cheating, you're worse than the griefing people and everybody else. You know? It's like you're just like the very bottom of gaming. Cheaters. Donkey Kong is a lap ahead. Remember last race, I was like right up him. We were pretty much like racing pretty evenly-ish. Well, that's not Monza. Not on Monza. Maybe next time, Donkey Kong. Maybe next time. Yeah, because Mona's already 14 seconds up the road. He's gonna gain even more. How many laps do we have? 16 laps. Okay, so he has to do just a second a lap, and he's got me. And he can do that. Some shit, I'm slow. I have to basically do 30s for the rest of the race to not succumb to that. Like 39.9, it could be the absolute worst I can allow myself. Which is this lap. Obviously the damage doesn't help. Kraft has to pit, he's out, but everybody else doesn't. Perfect snow. Utah for around is going to happen like that. I mean, maybe. Snow's good, but if you compare the American ski lifts to the European ones, you know, it's like night and day. The difference is absolutely mental. Wait, I just went quicker than Guzmano. Or did I? Or did he do 38? 39.1. Okay, no, I saw it wrong. But yeah, that's about what I'm gonna need. 39s till the end. Truck's not completely... It's low grip as well, so it's not very good. Because obviously after the rain, there's no grip on the road because all the marbles, all the rubber was washed away. You fucking idiot. Hello. I don't like people doing that at all. Just stay on your line. Either you trust me to not overtake you, or you get out the way if you think I'm going to overtake you. You don't block. Alright, that's... not a fan of that. Now you hold your line. You don't do anything. It's the faster driver's job to overtake safely, right? You should, if the blue flag guy is like 2-3 tenths behind you, should lift into the corner to make the passing easier. But if the guy's like 0.5 seconds behind you into the corner, don't lift. Why would you? Or if like he's glued to your ass on the straight, just lift at the end of the straight, not in the middle of it, because if you lift at the end of it, then you're just gonna lose all the time. I think that line was the braking reference for the hypercar, but I'm not sure anymore. I would have had to like practice dry running a bit as well, but I just didn't. The vibration are not very good for my brain, which is already, for some reason, decided to have a headache, which is what I haven't had in a very long time. So it's a unwelcome surprise, but it is a surprise either. I mean, it would be boring if you wouldn't have random stuff happen. See, if that Porsche would have lifted a little bit, I could have gone through, right? Because he was basically like blocking me from taking the racing line. If he would have lifted 2-3 tenths into the corner, I could have taken the racing line. I could have accelerated properly out of the corner. I wouldn't have been in his way, and he could have gotten a better exit as well. But that's what people never consider. They're also benefiting from that in a lot of cases, right? Because if I'm sitting in front of you, well, you can't accelerate. If you lift in front of the apex slightly, then you can do the apex at full speed, and you don't lose as much time. Yeah, I'm way too slow right now. He only needs to gain another 10 seconds, and he's ahead. Which he is gonna gain very quickly, in fact. He's doing 38 now. It's just 14 laps. He's doing a second a lap. So that's 34 seconds that he can allow himself to be stationary for, at least. And 40 seconds to the two BMWs. Jesus. Yeah, not a very good race from me. Because that's not like pace time lost, because I have the same pace as those two guys. I just died. I missed the pit twice. Because I'm an idiot. And I died in the same corner. Because braking on the inside there was impossible. So, yeah. East Coast skiing is awful though. It just makes everything slushy. Yeah, I mean, never been to either, and I'm not gonna go to either. Right? Because, I mean, Americans going skiing in Europe is an upgrade, but if I go skiing in the US, it's like, you know, you're trading a 4-star Hilton for a roadside motel with cockroaches. Like, what do you mean? Your best lift. Like, this is the funny thing. The most of the time, the best ski lifts in the US resort are the worst ones in Austria that are currently getting replaced. The Austrians are like, we gotta get rid of this shit. This is old and terrible. And the Americans are like, hello, this is our newest 2023 built lift. Fresh for this season. And the Austrians are with the same one. They already had it for 30 years. And they're like, get this shit out of my face, goddammit. You know, it's like, what do you mean you don't have bubbles to protect against wind and weather? You don't have heated leather seats, who have, by the way, hand-stitched logos on them. And the whole seat is stitched as well. I mean, that's what you pay 20 million for. Right? But, I mean, not that it upgrades the quality, but you're basically sitting in like a racing seat, a leather racing seat, going up the hill. So, that's crazy, you know. I mean, normally I always go to Flachau, which is pretty. I mean, it's there, They also have the Flying Mozart. There's a funny name for you.
The Flying Mozart, is he by chance related to the Flying Horseman?
Yeah, but you know what? They ruined it, you know? They ruined it because previously it had like all the gondolas had like music notes on them and they were like actually designed and you know they had some art on them. The old one. The problem is there were like tenor standing cabins, which is like bad. So they replaced them with seated cabins, which again leather seats that are heated and everything, and more speed and all that, like 4,000 people an hour, which is a crazy thing. But they're literally just the CWA Omega 5. Literally just like the standard bum-ass gondola. Oh, it's blue. It has no design to it, has no life to it. One of them. They designed one of them. Like they slapped Mozart's face on one of them. You know, but the rest is just like soulless nothing where you have the same everywhere, right? It's like, oh, this cabin of gondola is like everywhere because they all have the same one because there's like basically just two you can have. One of them sucks. So yeah. But it is kind of funny that like you see the massive difference between the US and Europe, and especially Austria in that regard. Right, I mean Italy and France, they're a little bit behind, but obviously I mean the lift companies, they're basically Austrian, so they're like that's where they're building their shit anyway. Skiing in America's Maritime Sport. Yeah, I've seen a couple of videos last year. It's like $300 for a day ticket. Like what what are you doing, right? So oh god. So I did a ski trip, right? That cost me 75 euros. 75 euros for the bus there, right? For the bus there, the ski pass, and then one free drink at the bar afterwards. So, yeah. 75 for the whole experience. Obviously, it's kind of subsidized because it's sort of like a highlight thing from a radio station, but 75 euros for the whole trip. That's good. That's why I had to get up at 4 a.m. at some point, because I had to go to different... Because I had to drive at 4 a.m. to a different city to get on that bus. But yeah. Alright. Yeah, I've got a couple of places I gotta go to this year, though. But I haven't been, though. Because obviously COVID and everything just ruined it. And then I got nowhere. You know, 21, 22, I got nowhere. And then 23, I got to the local bum hill a couple times. 24, I got to the not so local, not so bum hill a couple times. Right, and the other one, which is awful because you take like literally 15 minutes to get up the damn hill. And then last year and this year I actually got places again. Okay, right. K right, and the other Genesis is behind me. Okay. Ugh. Are you gonna let me go? Thank you. See, that's how you do it. Thank you very much. Oust. You can't park there, sir. Well, I was hoping for like a track limit drive-through from one of the two BMWs, but they're so far ahead that it wouldn't matter anyway. Oh my god. That's okay. I can allow it. I've managed the track limits quite well. I've got one left, which means I can technically take at least one yellow one and not have to lift for it, and then I'm gonna have to be careful. 38.4. Yeah, they got too much dry pace, right? Obviously I have damage, so that takes it out, but yeah, I didn't have any dry practice at all. So now I'm just basically running on hopes and dreams. I don't know if they changed the wing or what they did, but changing the roll bars was a very good idea because it made it instantly drive better in the dry. Oh god. I hate this corner. Fuck. Yeah, I think Guzmano is gonna be ahead of me. I mean, he has to gain about another 10 seconds, I think. But he should be... It's 10 laps left, so he's gonna be easily be able to do that. So I'll be P10. Well, basically 2.5 hours of work for nothing. Started P10, finished P10. Gonna lose like a minuscule amount of rating, I think. Because all the guys behind me, I'm like the worst hypercar in this lobby, right? That's my problem in hypercar and GT3, because I'm hard stuck at the bottom of split one every time. Because in LMP2 I can race split one, right? I can get good results. I can get podiums, you know? That's why I have 1/4 of my races are podiums, but like 5% are wins. Because there's always a quicker fish, but I'm never slow in the P2. But in the hypercar, I'm hard stuck in split one as well, but I'm at the bottom of it most of the time. And therefore I don't really lose much rating for staying at the bottom of split one. Right, because I'm expected to be at the bottom of split one. But that's my goal for hypercar, basically. Don't lose rating in hypercar races. I can gain in LMP2. I could probably be if I like, let's say if I drive Imola, LMP2. If that's all I do, I'm gonna be S3 in like 20 races on it, maybe. Gonna take a bit, but yeah, if I just drive LMP2 Imola for a whole week, like every day I do 5 races for a whole week, LMP2 Imola, I'll be S3. But yeah, I mean, look at 39.1. I'm basically that half a second off adding the damage. Because Guzmano's doing 38.9, so I'm like half a second off where I want to be. Maybe I'm not that far off because I don't know how much the damage hurts, but should be able to go a bit quicker than this, certainly. I also don't know how much damage Guzmano has, if he has any. Okay. Yeah. Oh. Well, I can afford it. I can afford this one. It's unfortunate that I lose the lap, but it's okay. Like I lose the leaderboard time, but that's okay. Chasing Guzmano for P9 is more important than the leaderboard time. Okay, he pits now. 8 laps. Hooray! Okay, Ballon's angry, but he's so far ahead that even if he has to pit to damage repair, he's still gonna look pretty good out ahead. Okay, Guzmano's still fueling. He's pretty far up the pits. He's gonna be about 10 seconds behind me at least. I don't think 8 laps. He can do it, I think. I think he can do it, but yeah. It's a bit of a shame that I lost that pretty good lap there. And I'm not gonna get this one because the Ferrari I can't overtake the Ferrari before the chicane, and I'm gonna lose it after the chicane. Because I can do the Porsche. I also don't have any downfalls, obviously, because I'm behind the Ferrari. 14 seconds of carriage. I'm okay. I'm okay then, I think. Urti. 38.4 from Bauer. If I didn't have damage, I think I could do those. Even without practice. Those corporations call it, yeah. It's like Vale and Altera, I think they're called. Just buying up everything. Like Vale just invests nothing and just takes all the money and goes home. Winter Olympics being a rich man's talent show. It is true, yes. Same with Germany as well. Like, you don't really get much help. So unless you're like a police officer or a sport soldier, is what it's called. Like, you're a soldier, but you do, like, instead of, you know, crawling around in the dirt, you do a sport. That as your job, basically, which is a side duty, basically, because you still have to do some crawling around in the dirt. You're just exempt from a lot of crawling around in the dirt. You know, you still have to do the mandatory amount of crawling around in the dirt. And that way you can do that on the side, right? But if you're not, then you're basically fucked. Right, because there's no, like, proper network of, okay, you want to do sports, so we're gonna pay you now. You know, because it would have to be a government thing. It's not like in football they have, like, massive TV contracts or basketball or whatever. We don't really have that with with a lot of the Olympic sports, right? I mean, even winter sports in general are, yeah, either Norwegian or rich, right? And Norwegians are rich because they're literally, Norwegians won capitalism, basically. You know?
They drink crude oil.
Yep, absolutely. No!
By the way, drink water.
What is this corner, bro? Chill.
Drink your water.
Okay, so I don't know if it's the setup or the damage. I mean, I had the damage before, but there's something going wacky in that corner. Well, thanks for pulling me, bruv. Appreciate it. Yeah. The thing is, the Genesis, you can kind of drive it like the LMP2, which is why I main the Genesis in Hypercar. Because it drives like the LMP2, so I don't have to change that much in terms of driving. But yeah, so you have to just brake earlier. So I'm doing okay, I think. It's moving around quite a bit now. Obviously with that's my tire. Okay, that explains it. 97 degrees on the front because it's locked up. I'm surprised I can go this quickly then. I mean, sure, it's just Monza, so the corners aren't that important, but 98 degree front tire. 73 is pretty worn, pretty damaged. So I'm pretty confident that I could do 37 if I didn't have the damage and the cooked front. Oof. I think I could definitely do that extra time. Yeah, that tire's cooked. Yeah. Yeah, it's always the same, you know. It's like whenever the primary objective becomes making profit rather than making the experience good, it goes to shit. You know, it's like if you are a plane company and your main objective isn't to make good planes, but to make the stock price go up, those planes are going to start falling out of the sky. You know, if you're a ski resort company and your goal isn't to make the resort as good as possible, it's going to be terrible, right? There's going to be damage. If you have a 40-year-old fixed grip lift, right, then yeah, it's going to frickin' fall out of the sky at some point. It's going to be slow as hell. And you're going to sell a lot less tickets than you could because that fixed grip 4 can do like 800 people an hour. Meanwhile, flying Mozart does 4,000 an hour. Even though, I gotta say, this one thing about that place. If you Flachau, right? Perfect. Literally perfect. The slope, width, the angles, everything. You could not have a better mountain to ski on. Right? It's perfect. Right. That run down to Flying World's Heart. It is the worst piste on the planet, at least that I've been on. And I've been on quite a few. It's bumpy all the time. Like, it's always bumpy. No matter if you go, like, if you're there at 9 a.m., it's bumpy. It's always hard as brick, the snow in the morning, and then in sort of like a quantum super change, it goes from hard as a brick to a slushy mess in like that. Right? Like, if it's sun, if it's, you know, if it's like March or something, you know, at 9, it's hard as a brick and you're just, it's bumpy as hell and you're miserable. And then you get back there an hour later and you're basically just driving through fucking slush. So that is the worst run I have ever been on. The rest of the place is amazing though. But I don't know. Maybe it's like the Dorian Gray of ski runs. You know, it's just like that one piece absorbs all the misery from the other ones. Okay, 11 seconds to go. I think I should be okay here. Yeah, I mean, pretty shite performance from me. I'm gonna have to let that Peugeot go. He somehow made the corner. Come on. Yeah, drive away now. Uh-oh. Go. Just go. Leave, please. I have damage. My tires are cooked. Could go so much quicker than this. I think the best lap's still like 35 at Monza. Not sure though. That's like ages off. Because 36 is like not that quick. Obviously it's a low grip track, so 36 is probably pretty quick. Even though 36.4 is the best lap. But yeah. You can do 35s on here in the hypercar. 94. Thanks. 9.8 to Guzmano. 3 laps left. Oh, 10. Okay. There. I mean, if you want to go skiing in Sweden, you have to like go all the way up, right?
Yeah. Water.
Mm-hmm. So I can't use you as a forward base to just randomly show up. Be like, hello, skiing please.
You've been needing to take him some kind of transportation up there because you just have to.
Yeah. .38.9, so he's not going that quick. The problem is I'm doing 39s right now. Kinda. .38.2. Okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I could work with those guys. If I would have practiced more, and if I would have definitely. P7 was definitely possible to do, but unfortunately, too many errors. All in the same corner. Whoa, cheetah, cheetah, Chicken eater! Could have had a nice, okay lap here, but unfortunately the exit was bad. Reinbrecht. Okay. So I would have to change. So what did I do? Okay, the fuel ratio was wrong. See that. The ARB and wing strategy was perfect. Obviously my issue with the last corner was a bit of a problem. But besides that, I think I did pretty well. It's a 0.25. Perfect usage of track limit points. I'm very surprised that nobody of the hypercars binned it there, but like I said at the beginning, this is a very strong field of people that pay to drive this, so there's gonna be little errors here. So if you're not faultless, then it's gonna suck. All right, Lepo's winning. So him being hit by me didn't change his race, so that's okay. I wish the Peugeot was a little bit closer so he could pull me a bit. I mean, I would get a fake 37, but, you know. Also, Lepo's gonna be in the way, and the second Lesmo. Seven tenths. No, he's not gonna be in the way. And the next guy, I think I'm gonna run into the next guy right in the last corner, and then I'm gonna lose the 37 attempt. But with a broken tire, rear and front damage, I think it's not too bad. Okay, I think he's just. Oh, okay, somebody died. He's just about far enough ahead. That was terrible. Fuck! I don't have the turning, but that was pretty much good. Okay. I mean, I'm 5 minutes ago, I was like, well, I could do a 37 if I didn't have damage and didn't have a broken tire. Well, I can do a 37, even with the broken tire and a front and rear damage. Okay, what do we have here? Okay, 37.3 is 37.1, 37.3, 37.6. Okay, yeah, so like, you know, 37.9, 5, 6. Yeah, it's like I just need to be consistent. Right, and not have damage. Donkey Kong is P3. Congratulations to him. DK Johansson. Alright, so many. It's all Porsches and BMWs, though. It's like Porsche, BMW, Porsche, Genesis, Porsche, Porsche, BMW, BMW, Genesis. When you should not block on blue flag. Yeah. That one Ferrari that just like pulled over, that was kind of annoying. It's fine, Craft. So many people were just on that. Just fine. Okay. I mean, I think if you look at the lap times of these guys, you can definitely beat them. I mean, even here, right? These are probably a little bit too quick, but these 6, 6, 5, 9, 7 could definitely. I mean, P5 could have happened here with training and not dying in that last corner. So we're gonna watch the replay real quick because I want to know what happened there on the first one. Lose rating. Let's go. No, I gained rating, but like nothing. How? How? See, I gained this much. Qualifying, you lost to 0 drivers with lower driver rank. Race, you lost to 0 drivers. See, this gives you high up, right? That's the important bit. That's why I am like stuck here, because I'm at the bottom of split 1. I'm ranked at the bottom of split 1, so I always like get this because I always out qualify and out race people that are higher rated, because I'm literally at the bottom. So it feels good, but it's like no gain, barely. It's like barely any gain. It's 5x rating, right? So it's like, oh, look at that. The guy P10 lost rating, so I might have lost rating if I was one down. Yikes. Goal 2. Yikes, man. Yikes. That's good. But yeah, see, these guys are all like S. These guys are S3. See, these guys are S3. They're probably a bit too good for my pace in hypercar. But these S2 guys, I can race them. I can race them. Ah, right. I forgot that this doesn't work. Okay. Schedule. Oh, Barcelona's the next one. Okay. Okay. And then there's like Qatar, which I think I'm not gonna do. But round 6 is gonna be a little more. It's gonna be interesting. Overall, I'm 6th in this championship overall, but a lot of people haven't done it yet. I'm never gonna win Germany nationality. I'm only the 3rd best German, well 4th best German because Simple still has to drive, right? And he's gonna jump me, so I'm like the 4th best German in this championship. Even though if I do it again on Sunday, then I'm gonna jump Bauer. That guy's good, but I think I can beat him. But now I know how the race goes, so it's kind of funny that I registered with the LMP2 lineup, like the. Okay, leaderboard. Let's have a look. Where am I? 14th. 1.3 seconds. Oh, that. Lol. Okay, so that was the quickest lap that anybody's done on this so far. So I think. Yeah. Well. Yeah, I think like this is certainly possible. Nice. I'm slowly improving, I think. Slowly getting there. I just need like I need 3/10 in LMP2 and half a second in hypercar to be properly there, to be like here. But yeah. Which is why next Friday, because it's gonna be Barcelona, which I'm gonna suck at anyway, because I haven't driven it yet ever, and then hypercar either. Then I mean I've driven like 3 laps in the Genesis at Barcelona, but yeah, foink. So I'm gonna go to sleep now as quickly as possible, and then I'm gonna have to get up tomorrow, and then you should look into the photography channel on Monday or Tuesday or something like that. Maybe.
Photograph.
Yeah. So yeah. I think yeah. I mean it went okay. Could have been better. But for the fact that I've never actually done Monza and hypercar before, except, other hypercars, like I've done a Ferrari a couple times. But I've never done it in Genesis, ever. So, and I've never done it in the wet either, in the hypercar. So with that said, thanks everybody for watching. Appreciate it. Thanks 13 for joining. Next Friday we're probably going to do Blitz. And yeah, maybe I'll do it on Sunday again. I don't know if I'm going to stream it though. If I do it again on Sunday. I don't know. But yeah, because I'm not going to sim race during the week. And next week we have the 4 hours of Imola as well, which is going to be another team race to participate in. But yeah, we'll see. So with that said, thanks for watching, and as always, stay safe, don't die, goodbye.
Boy.